welcome back to class. Go ahead and hop in your squat lines like we do every day, and we're going to go ahead and start out with our stretching. We've been getting better and better each day at our stretching, so we're going to do just that today and try to get a little bit better. Let's go ahead and come out with my favorite stretch. So that's touching your toes and then side lunges. Make sure we're alternating on the direction that we go. Go ahead and take it down, and then we'll do the same thing on the way back. Great job. What if you were touching your toes without bending your knees at all anymore? When we first started, some of us had a hard time with that. Now we're doing a great job. Make sure you make it count, Tiffany. Make sure you take your time. Don't just hop back into it. Make sure you're getting your stretch, getting what it's worth. Right, you'll do the same thing on the way back. Nice stretching, Kelly. Okay, great job. Yeah, we're starting to feel that, getting stretched out. We're gonna go ahead down with our tip-in touches. So you're gonna reach and try to touch your toes with just one arm. Then your one leg back. Y'all have this one. Go ahead and take it down. Make sure you're staying balanced as much as you can. Be hard, especially on your non-dominant leg. Way to keep your balance there. Good job. Nicely done, Tiffany. Way to take your time on this round. Looks great. Okay, once you're down here on the way back, you're going to be bringing your leg up this time instead of bending down the touches. You're going to bring it up and give it a nice, good stretch. Try to get it as high as you can. No higher than you can go. We don't want to hurt ourselves. Good job, Hannah. Try to get it up a little bit higher. I think you can get it. We don't want to bend with it. We want to just be bringing our leg up. Okay, everybody's made their way back. Now we're going to do lunges this way. So just go down doing our lunges, and then when we get to the end, we'll talk about what we're going to do next. But just do our lunges on the way down, and make sure, once again, we're doing every other leg so we get a nice, even stretch. Good job, Tiffany. Maya, make sure you're taking your time. Don't go too far. You don't want your knee to go much past your toes so we don't hurt ourselves. Make sure you're reaching up, making sure that your core and our abs, we're stretching those, because those are important too. So reach up. We have some nice clouds today. Reach up for those clouds. Admire them when you look up. I love clouds, except the stormy ones. Good job, Kelly. You don't have to take so long on it, but way to get a good stretch. Let's keep moving. Great job. We've done our few that we need to be moving on for our stretching. We've done our few dynamic stretches. In just a second, we're going to get moving with some different running and things. So we're going to go ahead and move past what we would normally do, and we're just going to get our arms stretched real quick. I like to stretch our arms because we do so much with our arms when we play basketball and a lot of other sports. So Tiffany, go ahead and lead us today in our normal arm stretches, just bringing it across on both sides and our tricep stretches. Make sure that you're counting it out and we can hear you. Go ahead and everybody follow Tiffany's lead. Joy, make sure you're stretching and following along with what the class is doing. Great job, you are counting out very well today, nice and loud. Well done. Great job, Tiffany. Thanks for leading us in that today. Y'all didn't miss a single one, so you did a great job remembering all of those. We're going to go ahead and do something we haven't done in quite some time. We're going to work on our dribbling skills just a little bit. We haven't worked on our dribbling too much in the past few weeks, so we want to make sure we're staying fresh on that. So the people in front of your lines, you front few can go ahead and grab a basketball, and we're just going to start with a normal control dribble, just staying in place. We're not going to run with it or switch it yet, and we're going to start with our left hand. We'll go ahead and get started with the left hand. Make sure we are in our athletic stance and not just standing straight up. A few going back to our basics. So I see you guys are ready. Y'all are bent, ready to go. So let's go ahead and start with your left hand. Keeping it not too high. We don't want it to be coming up way high where anybody can come swipe it away. So let's go ahead and y'all will go for just a few seconds. Then we will switch. While you're dribbling with your left, we're going to, instead of giving it to the person behind us, we're just going to cross over to our right. There should be no delay in what we're doing, and then we'll go to our right for a few seconds. So you'll cross over on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and cross over. All right, good job, Maya. Way to get that crossover all in one. Great job. Dribbling it not too high, Hannah. Don't let it come up much higher than that. You want to keep it nice and low, close to your side. Okay, we're going to finish this one out, and then we'll give it to the person behind us to do the same thing. Okay, great job. You can hold the ball and turn around and give it to the person behind you. And we're going to start, this time we'll start with y'all's right hand, and then when I say switch, we're not going to pick it up. We're just going to switch it right over. We've been doing enough drills that y'all should have that down. So on your mark, get set, go. Dribbling with your right. Great job, Kelly. Way to stay low with it, nice and controlled. Not letting it come too far out or too high. That looks good, Tiffany. Nicely done. And switch. You about had it all in one, Tiffany. Good try. You'll get on the next one. Go ahead and get that and start with your left. Just pick up where we are. Great job, Kelly. That was a smooth crossover. Okay, nicely done. You can pick it up, give it to the person behind you. Now we're just going to work on our back and forth. So instead of just one time, we're going to be going back and forth with it. Make sure that you're staying nice and low, but keeping our chest up. We don't want to be bent over it, but make sure that we're staying nice and high. Go ahead and begin. All right. See if you can cross it over a little bit faster, Hannah. You want to make sure it's just one back to the other. There you go. That's more like it. Great job, Maya. You have these crossovers down. Let's go 5 more seconds, and then you'll give it to the person behind you. All right, hold the ball. Go ahead and pass it off. Y'all will begin. We're going to do the same thing. Remember all the same basics going back and forth. Go ahead and begin. Great job, Kelly. Make sure you get a little lower. You're almost standing up straight. You want to be bending our knees a little bit. All right, you can hold the ball. Go ahead and give it to the person behind you. And what you're going to do is you're just going to dribble down with your right hand, and then on the way back, you're going to come back with your left hand. So y'all will go ahead and begin, and take it down, come back with your left hand. Those in line, make sure you're paying attention. Great job, Kelly. Keeping it nice and controlled by your side, Maya. person behind you in line. Y'all will go ahead. You can go ahead and down. All right, Hannah, make sure you're coming back with your left hand, not your right. There you go. You switched it over. Great job. Okay, now we're gonna do our last one. Y'all switched your balls. We're gonna go ahead and do our 2 dribbles crossover the other way. This helps us when we have defenders on us, and it just helps us to be able to use both hands. So let's go ahead. You're gonna go down, 2 dribbles, crossover, 2 dribbles, crossover. Maya and Kelly, begin. Make sure you're changing direction with it, Kelly, not just hands. Maya, those are looking very nice. Great job. Yep, do the same thing on the way back. Go ahead and cheer them in. Y'all are doing a great job. Okay, they're back. Y'all go ahead and take it down, doing the same thing. Great change of direction, Hannah. That's looking good. Tiffany, keep that ball a little bit lower. All right, bring it back. Okay, great job. You all have stayed pretty fresh, pretty sharp on your dribbling skills. We want to make sure that we are staying up to date with those. We want to know that we're not getting rusty, because if we can't dribble, then we're going to have some problems when we're trying to play. So make sure that's something you can do at home is your dribbling drills. You can do different things, and you don't even have to have anybody with you. So make sure that we are practicing our dribbling skills. The past few days we've been talking about defense, and we've looked at a couple types of defenses. And what is one type of defense that we've looked at, Maya? Zone. Okay, a zone is one that we've looked at, and it's a little bit different from the other one, and I'm not going to tell you what the other one is because you will need to tell me that in just a moment. So go ahead and be thinking about that. But with our zone, what does that mean? Why do we call it a zone, and how do we play it, Hannah? That's right, so we have an area that we're responsible to guard. We want to, kind of like our yard, she went ahead and threw in that it's like our backyard, and we want to make sure that nobody's coming into our yard, and if they do, we want to make sure that they're not getting any open shots. What happens when someone moves in their zone, they move over? What do you do with your zone, Kelly? You move yours over just a little bit in the same direction. That's exactly right. So that's what our zone defense is. But what about the other kind of defense that we've worked on, and we can do it one-on-one, and we did play it when we play 3-on-3? What kind of defense is that, Tiffany? It is a man-to-man defense, and that's one that we will be talking about a little bit today. But with our man, what is really important that we do with our body to make sure that we know what's going on around us? And we need to remember this in zone 2, Kelly. That's right, our back is to the baseline, so we can be looking everywhere to see where the ball's going and to see what is happening. Well, we have played man-to-man, and we've practiced it, but we haven't really done a whole lot with it when it comes to scoring. But we know how hard it can be to score or to get open if somebody is playing us really closely in our man-to-man defense. If we're playing another team and they're playing man-to-man and they are just sticking with you, Kelly, and everywhere you run, they run too. And it's going to be hard for you to get the ball because nobody's going to throw you the ball if you're not open, right? Well, there is something that we have in basketball that we can practice, that we can learn, and we can use in all kinds of ways that help us get open. Now, when I was a kid, I remember going to my Uncle Junior's house. That's right, I did have an Uncle Junior, and I'm not just making that up. Uncle Junior had an old wooden house, and in the summer, he liked to have the windows open, and he always had the back door open. And he had a screen door. And I'll never forget, the screen door was always shut. And when I think about it, why did he have the screen door open? Some of y'all probably have screen doors on your homes. I know that we have a screen door at our house. And the screen door is good because it lets the air in, it lets the nice cool air or the summer breeze come into your home. But it doesn't let bugs or maybe snakes or those little creatures that we don't want to come in. It lets through what we want it to let through, but it doesn't let through the unwanted things. Well, we have the same thing in basketball. It is not a screen door, but we do have a screen. And that's right, you can think of a screen as something that lets through what we want, but not what we don't want. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today, is a screen. Sometimes you might hear it called a pick if you're watching TV or something, or maybe some other coaches that you might have, but we're going to call it a screen in this class. So the idea with a screen is your teammate is going to come and screen for you. It is an action, it's something that we do. When they set that screen, it's going to let another player, or it's going to let you get through, but it's going to hold that defender back. So you can almost think of it as you're being a screen door and your teammate is the good thing that you want to get through. So you're letting them go through and you're stopping the defender from going through. So then the other person should be free to do a layup or to pass or whatever it is that we're trying to do. There's a few things that are important that we learn about a screen. First of all, when we set a screen, we have to set them right. You can't just go up and do whatever you want, or you'll get in trouble with the ref, who will call a moving screen, which will be recorded as a foul. And we've talked about that fouls are not good. We want to minimize our fouls if possible. So I'm going to have Kelly come help me volunteer over here, and I'm going to grab a cone. Kelly, you can go ahead and grab a ball and come up here to the top right here. I want you just to stand right there for just a second. Everybody go ahead and move this way a little bit, but not too close. And I'm going to go ahead and tie my shoe before I fall. So Kelly has the ball, and Maya, you're going to go ahead and help me step out here, Maya. You are Kelly's teammate. So Kelly wants to be able to get you the ball. But there's a problem. There is someone in your way. There's someone in Kelly's way. Kelly can't get the ball where she needs to. She can't dribble much past right here because somebody is guarding her. So Tiffany, come on out here, and you are going to guard Kelly. You don't want to let her by. You don't want to let her pass. You are playing the best man defense that you know how. So here we have Tiffany, and she is guarding Kelly. Well, Maya, you're over here, and it doesn't matter how open you are. Kelly can't even dribble very far. She can't pass. She can't shoot because Tiffany is playing such good defense. So what Maya would do in a situation like this, and we'll be practicing it, Maya would come right here, and she would set a screen. So Maya, you can go ahead and stand here. And Kelly, you are going to come, and you're going to dribble. You're doing your best to get Tiffany off of you. Maya, you just stay right here. Tiffany's still guarding. Come on, Kelly, come right through here. Maya's standing, and now look. Kelly made it past the screen, and Tiffany got blocked out by the screen. She is not anywhere near Kelly, so now Kelly is a little bit open where she might can pass or can shoot. So the idea is you can kind of see what I'm trying to relate it to, that screen door. You know, Maya couldn't get through, Tiffany couldn't get through, but Kelly was able to get through. Now it's important when we're setting our screen, Kelly, come on through here, but run far out from Maya. Okay, so everybody watch, Tiffany's guarding her, and she's running right here, and Maya's right there. Well, that doesn't do anything. So when we're running off of our screens that our teammates are being so kind to set us, we want to make sure that we are coming as close as we can. You almost want to touch their shoulder if you can. Don't knock them over. That wouldn't be good to knock your own teammate over. So that is what we want to do when we run off of a screen. Now remember, I said there's something really important that we need to remember when we screen. That is that you basically have to be a statue. You need to be very still. And that's where it's important to keep your feet in our shoulder width apart so that you don't get knocked over, because somebody's probably going to run into you when we have this screen. But we can't be moving. If we're still moving when they come, then it's a foul and it doesn't work. So go ahead and run that screen again. And I'm going to set the screen. Maya, you can step to the side. If I am coming like this and I'm basically chasing down Tiffany to stop her, then that's not going to work. So when Kelly comes, I need to be right here, and I need to be as still as I can be. Your hands can't really be out. Don't touch them. You can put your hands where you want. I like to put my hands just kind of right here to to brace myself in case they run into me. But we do not want to move our feet. So make sure your feet are planted, and we want them to be shoulder width apart. If we have them like this, we're probably going to lose our balance, or we're going to end up moving. And if we have them too far apart, you're probably going to fall over too. So make sure that you have them shoulder width apart. So we're going to do just that. And I want a line. Go ahead and squat line. One, come on up here. You can grab another basketball, Hannah, for this line. And then I want another line to come right here. We can just come down this stripe of paint. And you are going to set a screen. We're going to do it without defenders to start off, just so we can practice going through the motions of that. So you'll come and you'll set your screen. We want to make sure that we have our feet planted and that we are nice and firm. And then it's important that we use the screen that's given. So make sure you come by, shoulder to shoulder, and then we'll be moving these around. Once you come through, you'll just swap lines. We're not passing and we're not shooting just yet. We'll be doing a little bit of those in just a moment. So go ahead, we have our lines, and let's go ahead and begin. All right, Kelly, great job. It's almost like someone walked you through it just a moment ago. Great job. All right, Hannah, make sure you get a little bit closer. You won't knock her over. She's strong, but make sure you're running it as close, as tightly to her as you can. Tiffany, make sure you have your feet a little bit apart. You don't want to have them too much together. You'll fall over. Great job, Kelly. That's another good one. That was a great screen, Maya. Yes, Maya, you may go to the restroom very quickly. All right, Joy. Good job. Good screen, Joy. Joy, make sure you're getting in line like you're supposed to. We don't need to walk the long way around. Just go straight to your line. Okay, y'all got that one down pretty good. And we can see that this isn't the only place that we can use a screen, is right here on this corner. That wouldn't work very well at all. So now we're gonna move our lines around, and you're gonna see how useful our screen can be. So we're gonna have our screen, we're gonna bring it out just a little bit further, and it's gonna be right here. But instead of facing this way, we're gonna face this way. So your line, go ahead and move behind me, and this line, go ahead and move up here. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna set a screen for the person, but y'all are actually gonna get to do something with it. You will come off of the screen and do a layup. You'll shoot a layup. It's like someone has let you be free, someone has gotten your defender out of the way, and now you have a wide open layup. So I'll go ahead and show this one to you. If I have the ball right here, thank you, Hannah. If I have the ball, Tiffany, go ahead and set me a screen. So I'm coming off right here. I'm keeping it nice and close. And now I have a straight line to shoot my layup. But make sure that you're using your outside hand. We want to keep our outside hand, so I should be dribbling with my left hand. So we're going to go ahead and do this one, and then we'll swap sides and do it on the right side. Make sure you're running close to the person that is setting your screen. Make sure that they set a good one and that you use it. Go ahead and start with this. Hannah, we're not playing in line. Go ahead and take a lap for us since you can't behave in line. Good job, Tiffany. Nice layup, Joy, but make sure that you're using that outside hand. I'm going to switch to our right. Okay, Maya, make sure next time you're facing more towards them. We want to face that way. We want to face them so they're coming at us. Go through this one. Everybody gets one more turn through. Try to make your layup. Using your outside hand. All right, Tiffany had a wider base that time, much better. Great job. All right, Kelly. Nice layup, Kelly. Okay, everybody's been through one more time. Now we're gonna move our line over here. So we can see, we can set these screens anywhere. We can set one down there. Sit one way up here, but we'll be working on setting this in different places. But we're going to do the same thing over here, except I want to make it a little you're going to be the first one in this line. You just stand here. Maya, go ahead and set this screen. So we saw over there that we could do a layup off of our screen. We were able to be free. Well, what if she sets me a screen right here and I come off and now I'm all by myself and there's Hannah and I have a nice pass to Hannah right off of my screen. So Tiffany, we're going to go and we're going to come through and then you're going to give a nice pass to the person that should be in line right there. So if you just shot, you will come to this line. If you set a screen, you will go to the line up here and you will go to the passing line when you are done. Go ahead and start us off, Kelly. This is a good chance for us to run off of our screen and make good passes. So work on making good passes. All right, Kelly, make sure you run a little tighter to your screen, almost bumping into them. Great job. All right, Tiffany, don't move your feet so much in that screen. We shouldn't be moving them at all. So make sure you're holding it. You're not getting moved around because then it doesn't count anymore. Great shot, Maya. Nicely done. Okay, great job, Kelly. That's another good shot. That was better that time, Tiffany. You kept your feet nice and stationary. All right, Joy, you don't have to run so close to him. We want to run tight, but don't run into him like that quite so much. Make sure you're keeping your distance. We don't want to hurt our own teammates. Okay. All right, let's go with 3 more shots, and then we'll move our screen once again. We've got 1 shot. Great shot, Hannah. Good screen, Tiffany. Great shot, Kelly. We have 2 shots. We're looking for that 3rd one. All right, Joy, you got our 3rd shot. Great job. Now we're going to move it somewhere else. So we've done all of our screens up here at the top, and we're just running off of them. And I know we don't have defense yet, but do your best to imagine that you are running your defender right into the other person so that you can get through that screen and be free. The next one we're going to do is very similar to the one we just did. So if you were shooting, you're going to go ahead and move your line down right here. If you were dribbling, you're going to move your line over that corner. I'm coming. And then y'all are going to move your line right here. So this is our point of screen. So if you have the ball and you're dribbling, well, there's a defender right there. What are we going to do? We can't shoot over them because they're probably going to block us. And we've kind of gotten ourselves in a mess. So we're going to come right here and we're going to run our defender. And then we're just going to pass to the same spot. So we're going to come with my left hand because now that's my outside hand. We're going to run off of it and just pass right there. We're going to do this for a shorter distance, but it shows that we can use the screen anywhere and we can pass or shoot off of it. So if you're right here, you're ready to go, you're ready to shoot, go ahead and let's run through this one a few times. Now you can start to see how we use these in a game, right, Kelly? Make sure you're paying attention. Nice shot, Joy. Okay, Tiffany, make sure you're holding your feet again. Don't let them move in. Don't let them shift. Get the screen, Maya. Way to run off with that, Joy. That was perfect. Nicely done, Maya. Good shot, Tiffany. Okay, make sure you're ready to shoot when they come off of that screen. You should already be there. Okay, let's make 2 more shots. Okay, Joy with our bank in. Great shot, Joy. Had a good screen, Maya. Okay, and Kelly with our last shot. Great job. Go ahead and bring it in right here. And today we talked all about screens and the different kinds of screens that we can use. Where can a screen be used, Kelly? Anywhere, that's right. We can set them in the paint, we can set them up high, and we'll be using them a lot to help ourselves get free and able to pass or shoot. Great job. You can help gather up these cones and be dismissed to the locker room.